We rolling? Hey, it's Dave Kendall with the Bangkok Post. Thanks for joining me, and hope you and your loved ones are safe and well wherever you are. Right now, we are outside the criminal court on Ratchadapisek Road. The reason all these thousands of protesters are here is because they're angry. 4 protest leaders were denied bail, having been arrested for lèse-majesté, insulting the monarch. And they're particularly angry because 4 of the yellow shirt leaders from the People's Democratic Reform Committee, including yellow shirt firebrand Suthep Thaugsuban, they were arrested on charges of terrorism and insurrection, but they were given bail. So a lot of these protesters are shouting for their 4 leaders to be freed. Let's take a walk over here and have a look, see what we can see. How are you doing?
Yeah, we are good.
Come a little closer to the microphone.
Yeah, we are good.
And why did you come here tonight?
It's quite hard to say because there's many feelings inside my heart because I came to the demonstration like many times, and every time we saw like the violence is come up, you know, and then today we come here because we are Christian.
Okay.
And in Christian, many people tell me like you cannot come out because you have to show love to people. If I come out to the mob like this, I didn't show out my love to people. But for us, we didn't believe like that, because when we talk about love, we have to talk about justice too. And today we come with this one. Let justice flow like a river. We come in front of the justice court, and we want to tell the court like we need real justice.
Okay. Why is it that people have come here outside the criminal court? Can you explain to us?
I think because there's many things. Our leader now they are in jail, and because they try to use their power, they try to use their right to speak up about some question, about some topic that they didn't accept, and they didn't think like government do the right thing. So we have to come out. They use their the rights of freedom. But yeah, government didn't allow us to do like that. So that's why today we come here and to tell them like we need to use our rights, and this is our right, and we can do it. Yeah.
So you said before that you've seen violence at some of the demonstrations. Do you feel scared? Do you think someone might get hurt here tonight?
Yeah, today many of my friends didn't come here because they're scared. But for me, I think if we scare the wrong things, we can't do anything. So that's why we have to stand up here, stand for love, stand for people, and to show like the fear cannot do anything with us. Yeah, I did nothing. So today we come here. We have a question. We have many questions. We have the question like the true God can care about his people, because in another mob they talk about no God, no kings, only human.
Well, this one too. This was spray painted on the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
No God, no king, only human.
Yeah, that's why we are still love our king. We are still love our leader. But if they didn't give us his love, if they didn't show us his love, how can we love them? So he have to love. They have to love everybody. They have to love all the people. The people didn't love him, but real God loved everybody. Didn't love just people who love them or who respect him.
Okay, so you guys are from a specific Christian church in Bangkok or somewhere else?
We come from different church. Yeah, we have a Telegram, something like that, and we talk like we want to stand up here to show people like if we want to show the love, we have to show them in the street, and we want to show the love in real justice here. Yeah, that's why we come up.
And so this gathering here has been fairly peaceful outside the criminal court. There were some symbolic gestures, garbage being set on fire. Are you worried about, do you think the protests have any chance of success?
For me, this question we cannot answer, but the answer is come from everybody. If everybody come up, if everybody protect our justice and want to see the real justice, you have to come up and to show our opinion. Yeah, and it's gonna be, we can win if we come together. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much and good luck to you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So there we have it, a Christian group trying to bring their own message to this gathering outside the criminal court. The atmosphere has actually kind of mellowed out. There was a lot of slogans being shouted earlier on, insulting General Prayut Chan-o-cha, and calling for the abolition of Section 112 of the Criminal Code, which is the lèse majesté clause, which gives very, very heavy jail terms for anyone who is deemed to have insulted the monarch. And it's a hot topic here because 4 of the protest leaders, Somyot, Parit, Penguin, Ano Nampa, and not Mike Rayong, Morlam Bank, were denied bail after being arrested on lèse majesté. They were denied bail twice. What has particularly angered the protesters is that a group of yellow shirt leaders, including Suthep Thaugsuban, were given bail after having arrested on serious, not the same charges, but very serious ones, insurrection and terrorism, over the activities of the People's Democratic Reform Committee back in 2013-2014, shortly before the government of Yingluck Shinawatra was ousted and General Prayut Chan-o-cha came to power. So the protesters here feel like that's double standards, and we've had a lot of shouting, Loi Puen Rao, free our friends, release our friends. And it's been a kind of a mixture of kind of the folk here are quite gentle. Some of the protesters are more vocal, some of them seem more angry. But there've been no projectiles being thrown. Originally, people expected that there was going to be a lot of paint being thrown, rotten eggs, chilies. We haven't really seen anything flying through the air at all. And the protest is supposed to end in about 15 minutes. There's no knowing whether that'll actually happen or not. And certainly last Sunday, the trouble actually broke out after the official end of the demonstration. So right now the organizers of the protest are saying that's it, that's a wrap. A lot of these REDEM red flags with white letters, it stands for Restart Democracy. It's a relatively recently formed protest group. As you see, looking around us, there's actually less people wearing helmets. They felt safe enough to take them off. We're outside the compound of the criminal court here, right behind me, as you can see, and there's a big truck behind there mounted with water cannon that has not been used. There is also a truck with a lot of police loudspeakers, and they have actually been asking people to disband relatively calmly. The real request was stay off the sidewalk, stay off the pavement, because that's the property of the criminal court. At least that was my understanding. And they allowed only the press to be on the sidewalk. And at some point, somebody jumped up in front of the portrait of the king, and that's really when the announcements from the police came, warning people to behave themselves, to keep off the sidewalk. But it all seemed quite civil, certainly compared to last Sunday. There was none of that kind of real anger being heard on the side of both the police and the protesters. So it looks like we've heard rumors that one of the WeGo, the protest movement's bodyguards, was arrested. This is just a rumor. Somewhere down where we're looking, down Ratchada Pisek, we also heard that there are large quantities of police down there, and organizers of the protest were saying, don't come this way, go the other way to avoid arrest. Because technically this whole gathering is illegal. Certainly a lot of people they would have to arrest if that's the case.
Finished now? Kind of?
Yeah. Yeah, looks like that's a wrap.
I couldn't go early. I went to watch football, so usually I go early. They said finish 9.
Right. So yeah, it's just about 9 o'clock.
Not always correct. So.
Right.
Okay.
So I guess now the question would be, what do you think's going to happen, Dia? Do you expect? Oh, we hear a bottle being broken.
There's one car there with tear gas or water.
Right. There's
only one
truck with water cannon
only
over
one.
there.
But there might be more behind.
Right.
And I guess, and all the windows, there's some police watching.
Right.
Must be.
And we saw the police filming when people were setting fire to the garbage. There were police filming the people.
It's probably there with their guns, if necessary. They try to show they're not worried. Only one car, but they must be everywhere. Maybe on the other side too there. That's why one guy is with his laser everywhere. The green laser is checking. What did they do?
Oh, they were shining the laser on the portrait of the king, but maybe also to point out
at the car, at the windows. They want to check if somebody there. They know. I think that building too. Before at the SCB, a bit further, there was a building, and they knew. They find out. They stopped it, and there was a guy sitting on the windows, watching everything.
Yeah,
I guess for sure there's some there too. For sure.
Yeah, we can assume that there's some pretty heavy surveillance happening. But right now it seems like people are going to disperse fairly peacefully. They've made that point. They've demanded the release of the 4 protest leaders who were denied bail. Morlam Bank, Harit Penguin, Somyot, and Anon Nampa, the lawyer.
There's one there with his camera.
Oh yeah.
The other side, so they everywhere for sure.
Yeah, we can see the
parking. There's 2 there, 3 there. You see them in the lights?
Yeah, this gentleman I'm talking to is pointing out all the different.
Everything.
Yeah, that there are certainly there's a lot of police monitoring of everyone here, and quite a few of them will probably wind up facing charges of some kind.
It's there.
So right now we just got two groups of people filming each other. There's the press and the protesters on one side and the police on the other. Well, it seems like the protest here outside the criminal court is winding down. There's been no real trouble. There's just a lot of spray paint in the air. And it looks like the protesters are going to disperse peacefully. Whether they run into the police on their way out. Oh.
The sound of the explosion.
Okay, so we have heard an explosion of some kind.
It sounds like, my guess is it's protesters throwing.
Will, say that again?
I think it might be like, yeah. Sometimes they'll throw like fireworks or like little bombs at the police.
Okay. Actually, you take the mic.
Okay.
Take the mic.
Get on. All right, let's see. Is that Slack? Okay. Figure out to see if the police have plans to clear the area. What were you guys just doing?
We were just interviewing a group of Christians, actually.
Oh, really? Well, what's their...
They were here to support the protest, but also saying...
turn Thailand into a papist state?
No, not quite.
I see. Yeah, that way, right? Let's see. It looks like other live streamers are going this way. So just follow the cameramen. Usually they have a sense of this. Oh yeah, you're a cameraman. You know this stuff. Yeah,
I'm not a Jedi Master.
Just smell out the trouble, dear. Find it. Okay, nothing here. We're just eating falong.
I think it's nothing.
Nothing. Damn, just people peacefully going home.
Yeah.
Should we try the other end? Because I think it's gonna at one of these ends it might they might try and clear people out. Oh.
It's not a bomb. It's just a.
Oh, a motorcycle? Oh. Dang. I mean, oh, that's great.
What?
It's not a bomb. It's
That was just a backfiring.
Yeah. Ah. So that gets me every time. Sorry, folks. We'll.
Not a motorcycle. Not a lot of colours to choose from.
Man, maybe we overhyped this one. I've done that this many times. Just come on the stream being like, it's going to be crazy today. There's going to be...
There's nobody on high scripting reality. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen.
Oh my God. Yeah, but it's crazy how like tensions get so high from these protests. And then the next one is like, you know, people just sort of hanging out and eating,
right.
You know, hot
This
dogs.
has really been quite mellow, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, one difference here is there hasn't been a stage. There haven't been a group of speakers riling people up. There's basically been a few people using traffic cones as megaphones.
But on Sunday there was no speakers or anything.
Oh, okay. And the
Okay.
tensions went through the roof.
It was just a very awkward place to have a protest because they had all these container shipping containers,
Right.
and so everyone was kind of just sitting on the highway, but you had to block the road, which I guess the government didn't want blocked. So that's what kind of forced them to push the protesters out. But yeah, I haven't seen anybody throwing anything, or maybe, I don't know, maybe it helped to have the statement by the protest leaders. I'm just holding the wire together. It's garbage. Oh, sorry, what's up? Oh, all right. All right, gotta be close. Let's grab on.
So what are we looking at here, dear? Can you translate for us? I mean, not the "We Are Real Patriots" that we got.
The Hitler stash. I can't see what they said on that.
This one is the call is a standard. It's not a double standard.
Oh, okay. The court's using double standards, probably for the PDRC people.
Are you ready to go here?
Should we check out this end? See if. Yeah, man, look, everyone's gone. It's mostly just photographers.
Yeah, it looks like all the protesters are filing away.
Man. Barely any garbage.
There's a Tesco right there.
I was expecting something big. Should we check out this end? This way. Okay. Look, it's all media. It's like 75% media now. The people, conveniently, the people that won't get arrested. We help. Man. It keeps making noises. The water truck. I don't know what its deal is. I didn't see anything on Twitter about the other protests either. So I think all the media went to this one expecting it to be, Joker-fied, but we need our own news car. Need the bank.
Or a news helicopter.
Yeah.
Or a spaceship. Or one from Elon.
At least a news drone. Or maybe like a fleet of news motorbikes. No, the news gods have been sleepy today. Not too much news. We've tried to find this news, but man, what time is it? Is it 9 p.m.?
Yeah.
Wow.
9/7.
It's bedtime. Dude, literally last Sunday, like all night, people were out just going crazy, like doing like havoc. And then this one, 4-hour protest, time to go to bed. It's over. I don't think I'll ever understand these protests. Sorry, folks, if you came here expecting me after me hyping this one up to an 11. We got about a 3 on the scale.
Yeah, Bangkok Post is reporting that there is a ban on gatherings, and there's no immediate news of any major eruptions of violence at any of the 4 protests in Bangkok today. We're at one of them outside the criminal court on Ratchadapisek Road, and the police chief is saying police might not enforce the ban on gatherings immediately as long as protesters were peaceful and did not trespass on or vandalize public or private properties.
Well, they did a little vandalizing.
The railing outside the criminal court here has definitely been redecorated.
They vandalized some police cars too, I saw on Twitter, but that's sort of a given in all these. But yeah, it just cleared out. I mean, yeah, I've not seen any. The police just hid behind these nets, so people couldn't throw anything at them, but nobody tried to throw anything.
No, we didn't see anything being thrown at all.
Wow.
And did you hear announcements saying don't throw anything?
Yeah.
They were saying
okay, so the crowd, the non-leaders of the leaderless protests were...
The leader of the protest say don't throw anything to the court.
Okay. Huh.
Well, it's probably about a wrap, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So this is Will Hicks, I'm Dave Kendall from the Bangkok Post. Thanks for joining us on Facebook Live. And we do have a new report on all 4 protests in Bangkok over on our website, bangkokpost.com. Thanks for watching and see you again soon.
Wow.